factory order pointing toward to contraction in the recent data released by what by the by the statistician in Europe. It tells you that they are seeing this as also as a threat. If contraction is around the corner, it tells you that just like the world is looking at it, oh, global recession here and there. You can see that data are pointing towards it already. But as we speak now, crude oil price continue to oscillate. Now it's trading at around the $119.2 per barrel as we speak. This was dropped as low as 114, touched as high as 123.8. But as we speak now, the oscillation is still there. And you know why it's oscillating, one reason or the other, and one news or the other coming here. But oil price remain at this level as a result of what the ease of lockdown in China and its provinces. These are why you are seeing the demand there. And also, as I said earlier yesterday, that the Saudi Arabia, they're also talking kind of raising price for what for July in terms of future price for crude oil. You can see that and also this time there is demand for oil because of what the summer period for people to heat up, themselves for this summer. And now you say that in US, as now, a gallon of gas is around even $5 and above. It tells you that these are what is also impacting the kind of all the cost of goods and services across the globe because of high cost of transportation. As speak now, shipping, either from any part of the world to anywhere, it's have become almost instead of cost of shipping before because of this cost of crude oil and others. I tell you that this is what the world are looking at, saying that the recession is around the corner. But other data that are mined from other side of the world, I think that yes, we might not see it very soon, but let's look at and see. But my eyes, I will advise that is on what want to see the Q2 GDP around the globe to see how they are performed. Because I'll tell you that what really drive economy for you to know the state of economy at any time is what look at what interest rate is doing, look at what inflation is doing, at the same time what is what the gross domestic product of that environment, what is their industrial output. You determine the phase of where the economy is it in early contraction or late contraction, is it in early expansion, mid expansion, or late expansion. Once you have all this at the back of your mind, you know exactly where the economy is and what to do. And I tell you, in all these phases in terms of economy, cycle, different sector or industry benefit from this activity. That is why you need to understand how it works. For this morning, we'll be looking at the now that we have seen the state of the economy of global market, and also down here you can see that our market is also trying to go, to look up at this hour. In the morning, it was trying to oscillate, but now I think market is around there. When we come to the state of the market, let's go through this first before we can come to the state of the market. That will also give us example of what we are doing. Yes, for you to be a value investor or a successful investor, you need to have some insight, and this insight is what designing investors use at all times to guide their decision, and also guide their flexibility at any given time. If you really want to be a value and a successful or a designing investor or trader, you must know how to play around this. I want to discuss now. One, a good trader has to be has to be open and flexible, willing to see anything when when it comes. There's no doubt. Get out and get what and get a good night rest. Then you sleep very well. You can now also come back to the market. That's why if you really want to succeed and you don't have heart attack, you don't want to be panicking in the night, you must be flexible with your plan. You must open your heart, open your mind. Say a good trader has to be what? Has to be open and flexible and willing to see anything. When in doubt, when you think that get out, get a good night sleep, because what you have caught either your loss, you are coming to that level again. You can now also come back later. Another thing that you need to do, that you have to have you have to be willing to make mistake regularly. And you say why? There is nothing wrong with it. I know when I am getting out before I get in a bear market, you have to use sharp counter trend rally to enter position. These are what successful traders should have in mind, because you need to know that yes, mistake can come, but we are willing to accept your mistake and move on and do the right thing. You don't say because of mistake you stay at the fence, you won't get to make that money that you want to. That is why you must be a risk taker, you must have a open-minded and have to be flexible. These are way to go. The secret is being a short term, or as long as you can stand depending on your trading style. It is the intermediate term that pick up the vast the vast what we call the vast majority of trend follower. But the best strategy is to what? To avoid the middle line or the middle mine. Just be what? Make sure that you avoid standing on the fence in between. You must take decision either you are on the winner side or you are waiting to enter there. That's why I say the best strategy is to avoid being at the middle like plague. Avoid it like so that you will know that yes you are on the right side. That is what you need to do so that you can also be in profit at any given time. In today's market environment, I will tell you this is imperative to assess your trading plan, your portfolio holding. At the same time, look at your cash reserve. Experienced traders know what their downside risk is and adopt as necessary. Adopt as necessary. This is what you can take. You cannot take more than this. A successful manager or trader also know the risk level we can take. So you now utilize what we call stop loss order to make sure that they rebalance the existing position. Because with your stop order, you can know how to also once you are exiting, you also know how to rebalance your existing order. You also know how to reduce your portfolio holding, and also you know how to sell down, not to sell some position to hold cash because cash is very important. Cash is king, because if you know where the market is going, you must know because you need to want to protect your portfolio. That's why you need to hold cash at times. Successful managers, I always tell people that successful managers also know when to sell off, essentially when it is that all is not well. They know when to sell off. Sell off. When I mean sell off, you are selling down. You want to draw down on that particular investment, on that particular position. You draw down because this is very important. There are some people that they are almost losing the whole money. They are still waiting. No, as a successful investor or trader, you must know exactly when to draw down. Ensure that your trading plan is what you are following. And once it's started to your trading plan, you quickly sell off immediately. The large the large of chunk of your fund will be affected, but it's a good thing that you will take decision so that at the end you stand a better place. Because I tell you that when you have a large losses, when your losses is high or huge or significant, it becomes difficult for you also to want to make up and sell immediately. That's why you need to avoid your losses to go to that level that the loss alone will be intimidating you. Know that have that your stop loss is very, very important. When I say that stop loss is everything you need to do when you are trading, it's because market goes up and down, and nobody has 100% control of the market. You might be expecting one thing and it go against your expectation. Once you have a stop loss, once you hit it, you are exiting to make sure that you have capital to continue in the next. That's why you need to know how to work to use your stop loss at any given time. Because the large the losses, the more difficult it will be to make up your mind. So consider the following. One, a loss of 10% requires a 11% gain to recover. A loss of 50% requires a 100% gain to recover. A loss of 60% requires an even more than 150% gain to simply break even. You see, that is why you need to also be very careful so that at the end of the day, you are not just working for the market, you are not making anything out of it. No, you must also benefit from the market. That's why you know exactly what to call. That's why stop loss is very important. Knowing how to use your word, your technical indicators and also your technical tools to know exactly when to exit position is very, very important at any given time. Recovery time is also very important. People don't know because recovery time differs. Recovery time also varies significantly depending upon the magnitude of your loss. A 10% a 10% loss eh, can take a typical, let's say, to recover in a week or a few weeks, fine. But a 50% loss may take many years for you to recover it. You say it's 50%, but for you to recover it, if the market no go, that's why you need to learn how to work to cut yourself. Depending on the trader's age. Yes, if I say because I'm a young person, you want to wait, fine. But that means you are doing long term again, you are not doing trading. If you are waiting, that is why you need to set out your stop loss at your entry. I believe that those that are in this class today that knows Investdata for a long time, that if we are giving you any position we are giving, especially those that are in buy and sell signal, we'll give you the buy rate, we'll give you stop loss, we'll give you what you are buying and your percentage gain, so that it will guide you. Now, I always tell that those in question and answer that your stop loss can be within 10%. No mass that you won't go below for those that are traders. But for those that are long term or medium term, yes, you might be better than waiting. When they come back, you buy more. But I tell you, because you are a trader, you don't follow that. Say you want to average down. Cut your loss and move to that and come back later. Those that are long term are thinking of averaging down, unless you have that this stuff just coming down temporarily because of market sentiment or market forces, yes, you can think of that. But so that you also look for another opportunity where you can just jump in and also make a good return. That is how, that's why I say your age that might determine how far you go. But I believe for those that are trader, no matter your age, you know how to work, to cut loss, and how to also be proactive in your decision so that you take away emotion in what you are doing. Always work with your word, trade your goal. Once you trade your goal, you know how your portfolio is. You want to reduce your portfolio. You want to sell and hold cash. You know exactly. And sometimes that are giving profit. When you want to take profit slowly, you also know exactly all these positions because that will make the difference in your portfolio. Because what you understand what you are doing. Because time is very very important. Successful traders knows it's difficult for you to sell down. Knows it is difficult for you to sell down because you are selling with reason. But most of the traders in the market have learned in a hard way in this situation because after you have lost everything, you want to sell at a giveaway. I have a client that lost a client that a follower. Let me not put that way because we are not managing his portfolio. Now he enter a stock. The stock moved from almost 30 naira down to almost 80 kobo. I said, what are you waiting? Can't you cut loss? No, he said you are waiting because what I put there is very huge. No, know exactly your stop loss. What is your reach? Exactly know how to cut your loss and also move ahead. Once that is done, because many of those in the market have learned in hard way, and that is why I see that when we are talking of stock, they want to stand at the first. No, because they didn't do the right thing. It's better you get the right education, and that is why in this kind of class or other class you attend, that we share how you should also improve your portfolio. Like if you want us to help you as an investor, we can help you in Investdata to learn how to work, how to not to be greedy in the market. Always, like people say, last time they called me Mr. Don't be greedy. No, no, you can teach you how not to be greedy, how to also invest with little returns and your capital is protected so that at the end of the day, you'll be sworn to bank. How to how to use stop loss will let you know exactly. Manage your emotion, how to manage your emotion. Proving trading strategies for bulls and bear will be that made to you. Tell you when to take profit. Exactly. This is where many people in our market, the local market here, are getting it wrong. They don't know when to take profit, especially if the stock is going up. They will tell you that the stock is going up, not knowing that it is time for them to take profit. No, you must know when to take profit. Once that is is noted, you will not remain floating with the market. You know exactly when to exit. Save your time, with research. But that means we'll give you the right. That's why we're able to save your time with our research so that you can get information and then also provide quality straightforward for investing. If you want to be a conservative investor, the kind of stock you invest provided for you, proving strategy that will give you above average returns and growth of your capital on a long run. We have to provide that for you, and also how to be how to have consistent growth, and also with low risk. That our of volatility will also help you. If you want us to help you, make also trading and investing more safer for you, and also give you more profitable investment education that will guide you to know exactly what you are doing. That's why the coming master class, I will tell you, you have to make kind of time, go and take your itinerary, put that day, July 2nd. I'm telling you, it will be what also going to turn your portfolio real for good in 2022. Despite the percentage that has surrendered the year because of election, we are seeing that even this year, for a year to date, the market has returned almost 24.48%. Despite the ups and downs, despite what is happening in Ukraine, it tells that there are some stocks you can still make money in this stock. Yes, there are stocks that you can still buy. There are stocks that can still take you to the next level if you know how to invest. But that's why you must make that time to join us at the coming master class. Yes, now I want to look at the market news before we go into the state of the market. As we speak now, PZ has notified the market of its close period and for and a board meeting of the directors that's coming up on the 23rd of June, 2020, for what to approve the unaudited account for full year ended May 31st, 2022. Then also livestock and the Skyway Aviation has also notified the exchange of their board meeting, of their AGM, sorry, of their AGM that's coming up for livestock coming up on the July 21st, 2022. Why Skyway Aviation coming up on the 29th of June. These are the market news as we speak now. But we want to look at the state of the market right now. Look at the state of the market. I'll tell you that the market is marginally in green, which is good. You can see what happened yesterday. We saw the market sustaining the tempo on Friday. Yesterday, this morning as we speak now, market is in green. Market is trading at 53,103.42. And they're gaining at 16.58 points, representing 0.03% marginally up. This is the state of the market now. But as usual, we want to look at what the market rate saying. Market rate saying we're having a flat market rate. That means equilibrium. We're having 9 gainers and 9 losers. That means market at equilibrium now. That means market for a trigger at this point to go up or down. Since we're having 9 gainers and 9 losers, among the top losers, we're having an international brewery, followed by FTN Cocoa. We're having a Cabaton and also Champs, followed by Cabre. These are the top losers on the losers chart. On the gainers chart, we're having a Coronation Insurance, which is a former Wapik Insurance, Fidelity Bank, we have UCAP there, we have also Owando and NGS Group. These are the ones that are on the top gainers. Others that are in that category are Dangote Sugar, Basile Life of WAPCO, and also Zenith Bank and UBA that are on the gainers chart. And that's why the market is green. That's why we're having a no equilibrium or at a par. We're having the same number of gainers and losers. The market is marginally in green because we are seeing big names or blue chip stock that are among the gainers. That is why for me, we want to look at now. As we go into the chart, we want to look at what is happening right there in UCAP. What is UCAP saying? What is Owando doing now? Then you can look at the life of NGS. But NGS, let's look at it and see what put to rebound. Then we look at to see what is happening in what's called FBN holding. We need to know what is happening there. Me and Baker is flat, losing it. Just want to go. We want to look at these 5 stocks that if time permits us. We're looking at UCAP. We're looking at know what is happening Wando and NGS Group and NGS, that is NGS Group, and also WAPCO and FBN Holding. If time permits, we can look at Zenith and UPA. But let's look at these 5 first and see how far we can go. If you look at the market here now, you can see the live chart. This is the live chart. You can see the market as we speak here now. You can see the 3 day. Today is making the 3rd day now. Friday, Monday, Tuesday. You can see that we are seeing a flat green here on top of this line. Then let's call other indicators that will help us to know exactly what is happening in this market, so that we can also understand how to play the market, with information and also knowing exactly what is happening using your 1 hour and a day chart to know this a day. That will give you more information to know exactly what is happening in the market and where you can go from here. Once that is noted, there's another thing I want to bring. I want to bring something else that will help us to look at where is the direction of the market, so that you too at the same time can know exactly, yes, I need to see that. Good. I've seen 3 things I want to use this morning to give us more insight. Then let's quickly look at our figure line. That one is very, very important. That has to do with the moving average. Let's go to 8 days moving average exponential. It's very, very important. That is Investdata figure line. You can use the one that suits you or your investment objective, but here we use 8. Fine. As we speak now, if you look at the market very well, you can see the T line. The market is marginally above the T line here. You can see here flat on the T line, which is good for me. Tell that market is trying to once you break it off, it's a good thing that market has also started another trend. But at yesterday, I will tell you that there's already a buy signal for the index, which is good. We are seeing volume, saw volume yesterday, but this morning volume is relatively low. But let's see how the market is going. Let's look at other indicators. You can see that your MACD is still bearish, but money flow is looking up. And the good thing is that if you look at this, what we call ADS, or we call it directional movement, you can see that the blue line, which is represent that the bullish D1, and what the negative D1, you can see that it's turning up. You can see before that it's above it when the market was going up here. You can see that above it, but now it's coming down because market trying to correct here. But as we speak now, it's trying also to come above. Once it breaks out, it's a sign of a strong strength in the market. Now we're seeing strength returning, and also we're seeing improvement in money flow. Money flow is reading around 47 now this hour, which is good. Yesterday market closed at around 41.02. At 47, I think that one is still entering the market, but we're waiting. No, don't forget that market is also one of a kind of a lagging indicator. But we can see once they confirm it, but we can see that this indicators are telling us that market is still on the right move direction. But we look at 1 hour chart for the market to exactly know what is happening in the market. You can see your 1 hour chart now. 1 hour chart for me is telling you that things are strong. You can see that the blue line, as I told you earlier, is taking up. Say that it's the strength is strong now. Positive strength we are seeing here. You can see that money flow is strong. and MACD is bullish on a 1 hour chart. Good one for me. I like that. That is good. For me, there's no cause for alarm. Let's watch the market. Yes, we are seeing that market is slowing down, but we are seeing the recovery now for the past 3 days. If today finally close green, but as we speak now, market is in green, and we are seeing that 1 hour indicators or 1 hour trend. It means that market still have strength to move up. That means we don't need to panic. Quick one, we look at the life of UCAP. UCAP now. Let's look at UCAP. Let's look at what is happening in UCAP life chart. UCAP. What is happening in UCAP? United Capital. Look at this 1 hour chart on this stock. You can see that it's trading above the T line. For me, it's a good one. And the stock is resisting decline. You can see the move here. I love that. You can see money flow. You can see that the stock, the strength in the stock. You can see that it's above the signal line. You can see the, for me, it's a good trend. You can see that as we speak now, that the signal line as we speak, or the ADS is reading almost 30, which is also a good sign of strength. I tell you that whenever you see ADS above 20, that's the right strength in that stock. And this for 1 hour. Let's quickly look at the UCAP on a day chart. On a day chart, it's still trading above the T line. You can see it here. This is the T line here. It's above. You can see this this what we call a brief candlestick here. And also, if you come, MACD is almost confirming it. Once it crosses up here, money flow is looking up. You can see strength here. You can see that it's above what the signal line. That means it's a strength. Good one for me. That market is also doing good. Let's see how it goes. For me, it's a good one that the market is up at this hour, which is good, 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 good. You can see it here. Let's look at the Owando, quick one. First of our time, let's look at Owando. So I will need to cover enough of this, cover this. So let's look at Owando. Look at Owando. Owando, you can see on a day chart, you can see an uptrend straight, call it a soldier. I see this very strong blue, green candlestick on a day trending up. Support that the stock is looking up and trading above the T line. MACD is already, can see this histogram here coming up. I can see here once the crossover, I confirm it. Only that money flow is not looking sharp the way I expected it on a day chart. I can also see that the signal line, the ADS here is relatively below relatively below the below 20. I see around 18. For me, it's okay. Let's watch and see what is reading. No, it's okay. It's above 20, reading 24. Yeah, which is a strength. It's a good one. That is a good strength for that. Let's look at the 1 hour chart for one look. Let's see what we are seeing there. On the 1 hour chart, the stock is very, very strong. On the 1 hour chart, you can see for how long I remain for more than even 8 trading days. That's been above the T line on a 1 hour chart. You can see it here on the 1 hour chart. You can see for the last. You can see the for rest of you can see the every hour. You can see what it represents here. Every hour you can see it here. In every 1 hour, the stock is trending up. For me, it's a good one. Money flow is strong. MACD is bullish. I was seeing strength here. Good one for Wando. That means for those that are speculators in Wando, but I will tell that if you are an income investor, don't do for Wando now. For those that are speculators that can still size patient with that stock, can be thinking of looking the way of the stock. Not everybody can look the way of that stock as we speak now. Your investment goes to guide you because you can't predict this stock. On a 1 hour chart, you can see that NGS is strong and we're seeing strong volume on the 1 hour chart and a sharp candlestick here above the T line. You can see money flow strong. That means we need to keep our eyes on this stock. You can see that that's crossed this one above. You can see they have crossed above, which is equally good for me. It's a good one. If you draw a trend line here, it's an uptrend already from here to where, but it's a 1 hour chart. Let's go to the day chart. Look at what NGS is doing. What it has been, also you can see it here above the tree line. I've seen a good volume here. MACD is bullish. You can see and also we are seeing here trying to make decision exactly what is happening. But I see that it's above 20, 21. See, we're still low, but once it cross around that 25, it's also a good sign. But I tell you, it's also good for those that are trader in that stock. You can still wait to see. But unless the number they are coming with at this time will beat that of first quarter. If they maintain that tempo or that trend, the stock will immediately turn down when the result finally hits the market. That is very, very important because exactly you must know what is happening in the stock. Once you know what is happening in the stock, exactly that will guide you. Also, want to look at what is happening in a quick one in WAPO. WAPO, then now look at what is happening in First Bank Holding. Let's look at what is happening in WAPO now. WAPO is very, very important. Let's look at what is happening in WAPO stocks. This is a live chart we are using now. This live chart will tell you exactly what is happening in the stock, so that you know how to go about it. That's why it's good to always on WAPO for me on a day chart, it just slightly above the T line. So it cross it up. Well, I see MACD is also confirming the positive trend. You can see the way the histogram is coming down here, coming up here. It came down here, but looking up here. And always see the sign. Once this blue and cross the red one up, it's a good start. That's why you want to look at indicator. And also, if you draw, if you draw a straight line, we're having what we call this is a good sign. It's a continuation chart pattern. If you look at it here, if you draw what we call a line down here, down here, down here. This is a symmetrical triangle, which is also a good sign. Then you can also draw here up. You can see that it becomes more tiny here. At this point, that is becoming more tiny. Either a breakout or breakdown. Also, you can look at also this like a strong support level here, here. And once it breaks it up, that will be good for the stock. For me, it's a good one for WAPO. Don't need to also panic in that regard. For me, WAPO will be okay. Let's quickly look at what is happening in if time permit us to see what is happening LPM holding. Well, the way it's going now, because of our time, I might have to stop here for today. We can do that tomorrow. But I will say big thank you for your time, and also look forward to see you tomorrow. Don't forget to log in to see other videos in the chat in our YouTube channel, and also whenever we share our link, try and also share with others so that they also partake in this class at this hour. So that at the end of the day, we all become better investors that also have a better return at the end of the day. And that is the essence of this class. For me, it's a good one now that we have come to this level. Then tomorrow we'll look at it. For like for me, what I'm seeing in this talk, there's probably that it breaks out up or down. MACD is looking up. I've also seen that we're seeing a crossover here. Apart was also money flow just turning up marginally, which is good for the stock. And this is how to draw the curtain for today. See you tomorrow, and God bless you all. Enjoy the rest of your trading day.